Hi guys, I thought I should address this, I suppose, as I have made a couple of videos about it already. Even though it's kind of sidetracking me from the Tom Cruise thing. Tom Cruise is in 2 newspapers today, and I'm going to cover that next in another video. This video, rather, is concerning Della, whether she exists or not, Ashe and UJames. Now, first off, I'd like to address Ashe, I suppose. Ashe sent me another PM. I was going to respond to you. I have responded to you, but obviously you haven't read it yet. Letting you know exactly why I feel the way I do about this, and I thought rather than just try and put it all into words, it's better just to make a video. Now, I got sucked into the drama kind of thing accidentally a while ago. This is why I feel a little bit let down. Okay, this is why. A while ago, I made a video to A Mighty Wind. Now, I was making lots of videos to A Mighty Wind at the time. And one of them was a video where I played a joke on Yar's Servant 777, or Sly, dirty old Sly boy. You know him, he's gay. Yeah, him. Well, he says he's not gay, but he, you know, he's gay according to me because, well, we made love once. Anyway, I made a video to him, and it was a joke about IP addresses. And it was just something I'd done just to annoy him. Anyway, other people saw this video and took it as literal truth. Now, they obviously didn't know what was going on. They didn't know I was just piss-arsing around. They've seen this video and thought, oh my god, shit, you know, this could happen to me and whatever else. It can't happen to you. I was making it up as I went along. Okay, it was out of my sick, twisted imagination. I was making it up. Anyway, I then had to address the issue because I felt responsible. Now, a whole drama erupted around this video I made, which had nothing to do with anything, okay? This video had nothing to do with anyone or anything other than me and Yar's Servant. And a handful of people who were fighting this cult at the time. And this whole other thing kind of built up around it. And it kind of built up, and I thought, well, I've got to say something about this because I feel kind of responsible. I made that joke video and people have taken it seriously. So I explained it in the video and in the PM. You know, it's a joke, it's a wind-up. Don't take it literal. It is not serious in any way, shape or form. It's me being a dick, essentially, and making somebody else look like a complete dick, which I did do. Well, he does it himself, doesn't he, old Sly baby? Anyway, in the process of that video, I was a little bit rude to the person I made the video to. And I've apologised to them since. I have actually apologised to them, and they seem fine now. But I was a little bit rude because I didn't know the full circumstances. So I thought they were probably a religious nut job, probably part of A Mighty Wind, and that's why I was a little bit rude to them. I've since realised I was wrong, and I've apologised. From that process of that whole drama that I got sucked into inadvertently, which I didn't even know existed until I got sucked into it, I got into contact with Della. The supposed persona or real person called Della, and I just had a short exchange with this person called Della, who I thought was a real person at the time, and I actually met a few other women at the time associated with Della or around her because of the whole sex workers' rights thing going on at the time around Della. I won't mention any names because I appreciate that you probably don't want to be sucked into this the way that other people have been sucked into this as well. Yeah, it's not pleasant, is it, to be honest? Anyway, yeah, I made some great friends because of this, and I really appreciate the fact that I have made some friends. So there's the upside, I suppose. I did actually meet some new people who I'm really friendly with, and I like them. Apart from that, I'm also, or was at least, I don't think Ashe sees me that way anymore, I thought I was very good friends with Ashe. I've donated money, a fair amount of money, to Ashe and the Fatal Error Network because I wanted to see it succeed. You know, I wanted to see hopefully a rival to YouTube, something we can all be proud of and hopefully put our names to, even though we didn't actually build it, we all contributed something to that. An alternative, you know, a new way, a new resource, a new variant to expression. A new way we can express our opinion on the internet and not be flagged down for it. And that's what I liked about the Fatal Error Network, so I donated some money to it. So, in a sense, that is why I say, in a sense, it is direct. Really, that is direct as to how I am. In a way, a little bit peeved by it because first of all, I trusted Ash. You know, I didn't think he was like. I thought Ash was like this rock star guy with the rock star hair and stuff, doing stuff on the internet. You know, and creating a website. Now I know there's dramas long before I came along. I was nothing to do with them. I don't know anything about it. But can you see why I would be a little bit peeved by that? You know, I mean, I'm not the only one. I think there's a lot of people out there who have probably invested a lot of time and money into the fake Della network and perhaps feel a little bit let down by that. Okay, Ash, so that's why I feel a little bit down about it, to be honest. Now, I haven't actually attacked Ash personally. I haven't. I've done a video where I said, look, Ash is perhaps going to make a video about this and bring this Della onto camera and stuff. Great, let's hope he does it. It never manifested, so I then went and proceeded with a video essentially taking the piss out of the whole drama, where I claim that my girlfriend isn't actually real. The truth is, she isn't real, I made her up. She's a figment of my imagination. Now, UJames does make a good point in a way, saying, you know, what has he got to do with you? What has he got to do with you? Blah, 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 blah. I can understand why he would have that opinion, but at the same time, perhaps UJames, you know, isn't aware of how many people have actually been sucked into this without realising and not knowing exactly what's going on, and then suddenly realising, holy fuck, it was all a charade. Now, essentially, I wouldn't be bothered by somebody with some troll accounts using them to troll people. I well imagine most people have got troll accounts they use to troll people, you know, that as not themselves. But making up a whole persona, you know, even a Facebook page, a Twitter, is a little bit too far. A little bit too far. But then if you add on to that, taking money from people, that's quite harsh. But then beyond that, the emotional wreckage, which is taking somebody else's ultrasound, you know, of another woman, a real woman who had a baby, and using her ultrasound and claiming it's your girlfriend's, that is a little bit too much for me. I've got to be honest. I mean, there's trolling, you know, because it's quite funny, and it is funny most of the time. That's my opinion. Hate me if you want. But most trolls are actually quite amusing. You know, they make up a shitty account and they just leave stupid comments. It's harmless. It's funny. They pretend to be you. They might pretend to be your mum. You know, whatever. It's quite amusing. I find it quite laughable. And I normally just let them get on with it. Occasionally I block them if it's racist or whatever, because I just don't want that on my channel. But otherwise I let them get on with it. But taking somebody else's ultrasound and this whole persona thing, that's a little bit too far, I think. And then there's the money. And then there's this person called Ruby or Ruby or something like that, who had their emotions because of this. Now, I haven't addressed this recently or in the past because I didn't think it was suitable to do so. Mainly because it has nothing to do with me. But my opinion is, I suppose I should add my opinion is to that, well, it's not right, is it? I wouldn't want it done to me. And if anyone done that to anyone else I know, I wouldn't be happy with them. Now, I don't know this Ruby person. I think I've come across them once or twice, but I don't actually know them. But I can't condone what was done. I really can't. Playing someone's emotions is a little bit much. I say a little bit much. That is just wrong, isn't it? I mean, you can't play with someone's emotions like that. It's horrible. Now, yes, I understand that this Ruby person was perhaps in a position in the first place that they perhaps shouldn't have been, because they perhaps didn't have friends or friends that were paying them attention at least. And, you know, nobody was interested in them. And so the first opportunity they come along, someone showed them interest, they took it. They're like, yes, I have that, someone's interested in me. And they allegedly fell in love with this persona. Now, you can make what you want of that. I'm not going to comment on that. However, it isn't still a good thing. It's not right, is it, to know someone is in a dark place and then manipulate them and let them, you know, knowing that they're not quite where they should be, and then letting them fall in love with this persona you've created. I just can't condone that. It's not right. It's just not right. You can't do that to people, not knowingly. You know, I can understand if it was a joke that went too far or something like that, but it's not, is it? It went on for months. And then there's this whole thing with this dead guy, this Dutch man. No, I never knew him. He died a while ago, and you know, there's all this stuff with this grief whoring stuff with him as well. And again, that's on the same level, really, isn't it, as this whole play with emotions with people. It's not right, and that's why I feel aggrieved, Ash. That's why I feel aggrieved. Now, Ash, I've previously enjoyed your videos. I've had lots of conversations with you. I've donated money to you and everything else. I've been a friend. Now, be a friend back to me, and not just me, but everyone else who joined in with the Fate Layer Network, including those who've been sucked into this. Like Pastor George has even been sucked into this, inadvertently, like me, because he was given advice and counsel to Della, apparently. This is what I've heard. Don't know how true it is, that's what I heard. And I think that's a similar circumstance that he's found himself in as the rest of us. You know, we were perhaps giving counsel, or perhaps donating money, or being a friend to somebody who didn't exist. And we're sucked into this without really knowing it. And to find out that it's all bullshit and it's all been made up, it's a little bit much. Now, Ash, fair enough, Ash, you control people. Like, yeah, fine. You know, I'm no stranger to that. I mean, seriously, have you seen my inbox on some days? The amount of fucking trolling I get. I quite enjoy it, it's quite fun. But other people don't. And I think you've gone a bit far. That's my problem with it. It's a bit fucking much, man. Seriously, dude, that is too far. Now, Ash, you said you're going to make a video saying about, you know, bringing Della on camera and stuff and saying, and prove everyone wrong. I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt with that, but you didn't do it. You just uploaded some weird video about the Twilight Zone. Yes, it might have some connotation to it, or whatever else, some ironic connection, though it's kind of tenuous. But the point is, it's not addressing the issue directly, and I think you should really address the issue directly. Yes, you're going to get hate for it, but you should do it nonetheless. As even if you're not responsible for this Della persona, you should at least address it, because people are holding you responsible. At least say, look, it isn't me, and this is how I can prove it isn't me. You know, people want to like you for it, but at least say something on the matter. Because the more you stay silent and kind of avoid the subject, it makes you look more guilty, if I'm honest. That's how it appears to me, and I well imagine other people. So Ash, seriously, do yourself a favour, I think. Do everyone else a favour and put this to bed, you know, one way or another. Look, if you did do it, right, and you made it all up, just say it. Just say, I made it all up because this is why. Perhaps you have emotional problems, I'm not going to berate you for it personally. If you actually tell the truth and say, I have emotional problems, I have something deeply wrong with me, which drove me to do this, I think you'd actually gain sympathy for that. You know, I think sympathy should be given to somebody who would do that, because it isn't right. It's certainly not normal behaviour. So perhaps you deserve sympathy, and if you need that sympathy, you should appeal for it. Or you should say the other, you know, it's not me. I didn't do it. I can prove it's not me. Here is Della. This is Della. I've been with her for years, or whatever else. I don't know. And prove otherwise. But you should certainly put it to bed, because I don't think it's going to go away. And I'm probably more vocal than most, but I'm probably speaking on behalf of most people in our little circle of friends who know you. If I'm not, feel free to say I'm not, but I think I am. When I say that I feel very let down and disappointed in what you've done, Ash, and I can't support you in this. I just can't. I cannot condone it, and I cannot support you in this. You know, unless you can provide some evidence to counter what I've seen, because the evidence against you, Ash, is overwhelming. It's absolutely stunning. And I'm someone who works on evidence, and it's all against you so far. I'm being honest. I'm telling you the truth with this. I'm not making it up. You could go and have a look at the blog and see for yourself. But Ash, you need to say something about it. That's all I'm saying. And at the very least, you owe an apology to people, I think. At the very least, say sorry and explain why. Perhaps you get some sympathy. Anyway, I'm now going to leave that behind and move back onto Tom Cruise, because he's my new fuck buddy. I'm now stalking him. He's going to love me.